Okay, in this part I would like to discuss a little bit about how to use Blender to prepare your geometry for the openFoam. Maybe you're asking from our part of the Snappy Hex Mesh, we have this tri-surface STL consisting of 3 models, and from your geometry modeler, let's say if you are using SolidWorks or maybe Autodesk Inventor, when you try to export the 3D file, the STL will be just become one file, and we cannot separate these models. That's why here we use other software, which is Blender, to manipulate this file. Let's check. Let's say if we have this wait a minute. Yeah, let's say if we have this wall, if we had the other, we'll be see that these 3 are separated. And actually, Blender is not the only choice. Basically, you can edit your STL here in the para view, let's say for the scaling, or maybe transform, or maybe also selecting the surface, but it is not as convenient as using Blender. And one thing that is crucial for Blender is because it is free, so you can actually just download and install it without any price for the just to export some STL. And for the STL itself, again, you can export it from your CAD modeler and make sure that units are correct, because for SolidWorks, let's say if we export, sometimes we need to specify the millimeter, meter, and also maybe the transformation to the coordinate. You can always check your geometry size by using this ruler, which is in meter. So if I make this like a 0.3 meter, it will be correct if 1 meter is this length. So you can check the proportionality first here. And I also have the example that maybe I can also import it to the export it to the course, so you can download it by this raw file before I split it, so you can practice by using my folder. So to start the editing, we can create a new file with general, and the cube will be always there. You can use the middle mouse and move it to make it rotate like this. You can hold shift if you want to do the pen, and you can easily use the scroll to zoom in and zoom out. And I don't need this cube, so I just delete this. Actually, you can make the geometry also from here. Blender is very well known for the animation modeler and anything like that. But yeah, for openFoam is basically just a basic task to do here. Then let's import our model, which is in the form of the extension of the STL, or maybe you can also use the OBJ for the openFoam. Then I will give you this trial geometry. Yeah, this one that we use in the Snappy Hex Mesh tutorial. You can actually transform in the XY direction, rotate, or maybe scale here if you want. But our main task here is to separate the geometry. So let's go to the edit mode, and here we go. We can select the mesh, but the default selection is the edge selection. To do the other selection, we can change here by change the selection mode to let's say to this face selection. So you can select the face by using drag. Let's say I want to select this face by just dragging this, and I just do the click, hit the P button, then click the selection. P button is actually the separate button. Then I click the selection. Here we go. We get our face here. And let's say our flow will be in the X direction, so it is the end of the X direction, so it will be the outlet. And yeah, that is the outlet. And the other side, I will also select this as the inlet by do the same thing. Wait a minute. Lock P, and here we go. If we hide this, we will see that it is already separated. And to export, it is quite straightforward, but I just click the export, then STL. And one thing that you need to check is this selection only. So if I only select this, it will only export this. And you can also use this ASCII and other format, but it just depends on your application and your preference. But we will just leave it as default if we have no issue. And let's say I want to save it in the download folder, and I will make a new folder here. Let's say the tree surface, and because we select the top one, which is the wall, I will rename it as the wall and export STL. And we just simply do the other part, or the other like the other surface, to give it its name, outlet. And this one is the inlets. Here we go. Just copy your tree surface folder into your constant directory within the openFoam case directory. And actually, you can also check your geometry if you want, because in this new version of Windows we have this geometry display, but it is not yet, but you don't have to open your ParaView if you want to check the geometry to make sure that you are correctly export the geometry.